Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
Terrence.
And that's Aspen in the back. And today we have another special guest.
Another guy on the couch.
Another guy on the couch. It's like Terrence's 20s, just a bunch of guys on the couch.
Hey, wait, that's not right at all. That's not right at all.
The special guest today is Mr. Iron Man himself, Mr. Art Charis.
All right.
Art, welcome to the show.
To Cherries himself.
Art Cherries himself.
I'm not an Iron Man yet. Training to be one.
Well, Art's like, he does all these races, he does jumping jacks, he does everything. All right. So, glad to have you on the show, Art. So topic number one I wanted to talk to you about. Now, I just read about this week, and it was really interesting, okay?
Okay.
So, I think last year, a movie that was called Tangerine.
Okay.
And it was about a transgender that was actually looking for the boyfriend or something like that, whether or not the boyfriend was cheating or something like that.
Okay.
What interesting about this movie was that it was filmed entirely with an iPhone 5.
Oh, it's cool.
Awesome, right?
Right.
Great. Well, now there is a new way of doing this, a new way of introduction as far as film is concerned.
Oh, you can say there was a new Tangerine.
And no, there's not Tangerine Part 2.
Cantaloupe.
Is Tangerine the new black? Anyway, all right, so go on. So there was a movie called Sick House that was made by Indigenous Media, and this particular show was filmed entirely on Snapchat.
Like 10 seconds at a time?
I guess so. What's interesting about it is exactly that, but on top of that, it's based on a kind of like as far as the format of found footage.
Okay, I can see that.
A la Blair Witch Project.
Right.
But this is all, like I said, it's all on Snapchat.
Right.
So what does that say? What does that say? Now we talked about a few episodes. I think episode 2 or whatever it was, or I screwed it up, but it's all right. It was episode 2, give me a break. Right. We talked about 100 Years and how Robert Rodriguez was filming a movie, and he was going to release it 100 years from now, put in the time capsule and all that stuff, right?
Right.
We talked about the kind of like the evolution of filmmaking.
Okay.
With movies like Tangerine being filmed, and on an iPhone 5, and now Sick House being filmed with on Snapchat.
Right. So
what does that say about evolution, like even further evolution as far as filmmaking is concerned?
Well, let's go ahead to our guy on the couch first and let him get his insight.
I am a different opinion when it comes to I just think everybody's just trying to find a new gimmick to try to pitch movies. Really, I haven't seen it yet. Perhaps it's the greatest film ever made. But I just can't see how, by filming a movie on Snapchat or any other type of social media, let's say iPhone, whatever, really, I mean, how is that really going to compete?
But you can't deny the fact that these young artists that really don't have enough funds or backing,
right,
are actually taking it upon themselves to use what they have.
It's artistically they're trying to express themselves and find new forms of medium to express themselves. But really, I just can't see myself watching 10 seconds of found footage at a time.
I think we relate it back to Blair Witch, like you had mentioned before, where it was something different and somebody found like that one, you can make a compelling story in that type of medium. And as long as it's coherent and as long as you can put it together where people aren't going to lose interest, people are going to copycat it. If it works, people are going to look how big found footage got after Blair Witch.
Oh yeah, paranormal.
So
especially.
Also too in films that do long one-shot takes. And it's like
Safe House.
Safe House and
Safe House was done with only one shot. It was one shot.
Yeah, it was a gimmick, but it was a great gimmick about that film. Or if you look at Creed, or if you look at Birdman, how they do the one take thing. So even though they may come off as gimmicky, it actually evolves it evolves cinema. To where that now you're thinking outside of every movie doesn't have to be like, okay, we do, this shot, this shot, this shot, this angle, this angle, this angle. We only shoot on these type of cameras. We only shoot on film. We only shoot on digital. There's other ways that you can do a compelling movie outside of the box, and that's the reason why I'm okay with it. But if it's stupid, I'm gonna pan the whole freaking technology. And I was like, this is ridiculous and garbage. Why would they ever do this? Like, I never even said it had a shot.
As far as using the resources that they have, and just like Art was talking about, as far as expressing themselves artistically, I think it's great. I think it's amazing what millennials are really doing. Really, they're taking film to another level.
Well,
and
see the technology and use everyday things that we use for advantage, and they see it from a different perspective. They see the possibilities of it. I mean, I think that's awesome, but. Will I think it will hold any ground? I doubt it.
Well, this movie is not going to be released in theaters. It's probably not going to be released. Maybe it'll be released on DVD. But it was Tangerine, for example. I believe that was released to. I think it made the Cannes Film Festival. I think.
A lot of things. But film festival.
That's true. Now this particular movie, Sick House, was pretty much premiering online. That kind of thing. It's not going to have a theatrical time in the theater or anything like that. Possibly Blu-ray or DVD. I don't know. But you take it for what it is as far as them using that social media to do that. I mean that speaks volumes. That's pretty good.
All right.
So one thing that millennials are still catching up on is Superman.
You mean someone hasn't seen Superman?
Yeah, because everybody keeps forgetting about Christopher Reeve being the best Superman ever. But anyway,
it's true.
Now, 2 generations ago, though, it was his grandfather. And that is the premise of the new show Krypton that was recently picked up by Sci-Fi. Now, Sci-Fi has had some success with 12 Monkeys, and pretty soon it'll have the Halloween anthology series, supposedly. I think Haven had a decent run, but it's working on. Z Nation was horrible, so don't even bother. But
really?
I cannot stand that show.
I thought it was getting good reviews.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I thought it was getting good reviews.
So anyway, like I said, it's 2 generations before the destruction of Krypton. The pilot was written by David Goyer, so it's supposedly pretty good. I mean, it's like Gotham. You got the whole Gotham success, even though I know you don't like Gotham. So, with the trend of superheroes finding their way and origin stories, more or less, do you think that it's going too far now, or are you excited for Krypton?
I look forward to it. I'm personally not a fan of Gotham as well.
It's a garbage show.
I like the fact that they expand universes. That you read the comics, you watch certain movies, you really get into it, and you want to know more about the worlds. And I really love how some of these writers they just really get creative, and it really helps build a universe around it.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. Hey, make as many, see what throw something up and see if it sticks, but. Let's see.
Let's throw it in the bed and see if it does.
Hey, look.
I mean, if they rehash old material, try to bring in people continuously, the same characters over and over, and just look.
Spider-Man.
Look, Krypton has only a couple things to its claim to fame. It has Superman, who ain't there. It has Jor-El, who died, and it has Zod, who was in the Phantom Zone. And the rest of That's it. Their story was they died. They're Uncle Ben. They are. Who else died? They are Martha Kent.
Very good point. So
they're done. Their story's already told. Nobody cares about Krypton.
The next origin story will be. It's called The Alley, where Uncle Ben got shot.
Exactly. That's what this TV show is like.
And it'll be about The Alley.
Nothing. And now, granted, they have an open playing field. I mean, they can do whatever they want because there is no story. They're not tied to the comic books. They can do whatever they want. But still, who cares? This is ridiculous.
Well, in all fairness, though, one of the bright spots of Man of Steel, I thought, was they actually showed Krypton.
Right, but who did they show? They showed Jor-El.
I understand that, but they showed the places. Basically, it was Avatar, but
it was Avatar. It was Avatar. But he just didn't connect his ponytail. That's all.
But it was great. As far as that part, that whole getting to see Krypton. You didn't see Krypton in the previous series. As far as the old Donner films. So it was good in that regard to see that on Man of Steel.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice.
Now, going into more detail, and I mean, I'm kind of with you, but I'm kind of curious too. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I was curious about Gotham until I saw an episode, and then I was done.
In Superman related news, Supergirl.
Yeah,
you brought this up, Supergirl.
Hey, I like Supergirl. I don't know why I get so much. Look, Supergirl's a good show.
You know what? That's how I feel about Gotham.
You're wrong.
Wait, so are you? So, and apparently CBS agrees with me because they're moving it. It's a possibility that Supergirl will be moving from CBS to the CW, and which is kind of like I guess a DC Homecoming because the Flash is on there, right? Arrow is on there.
Now become, I think they're
The Superhero Network.
Yes. Before it was like preteen shows, One Tree Hill, whatever, all that.
Right.
And now it turned into the Superhero Network.
Would it be DCW?
Yeah!
DCW.
We're helping you out, DC.
Copyrighted. So
I like that because it ties in all their shows together, which is really awesome.
And that's what I was gonna.
It's a great expanded universe.
And that's what I was gonna get to you on that one. So, Art, tell me about as far as Supergirl joining the CW family. Now they got the Flash. Now it has Legends of Tomorrow. It's got all these. How do you think they're gonna integrate that character in that universe?
By the way, do you watch Supergirl?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't watch CBS.
Hey, it's the most watched network as per their marketing.
Yes. Before 9 o'clock.
Because after that, everybody goes seniors go to bed.
I've heard of that.
But since you don't watch Supergirl in general, with another superhero show moving to CW, how do you feel about it?
I'm excited about it. I mean, there's so many crossovers. You watch, you've seen Marvel's doing a great job in in their universe with all these movies. But you want to wait every 3 months or 4 or 5 months to try to tie things in. I like being able to watch. I started off. I was very skeptical with Arrow, right? And that became a great show. That was just an awesome show. And then it just started spinning off from there. I like Legends of Tomorrow. Is it kind of cheesy at times? Yes, but you know what?
Cheesy at times.
I just like seeing other universes they create their own universe and they tie them in well together. And
you bring up a very good point. And the funny thing about it, the irony is that it's almost like DC owns television and Marvel owns film.
Yeah, that's a very good thing. Now, because
I was lost mid-season for Agents of Shield, and I can't get into it really anymore. But I'm talking about, as far as that's like Marvel has that, and then the other Marvels are all on Netflix. So
which is coming up from the career. I don't know if that sounded right, but
well, coming up instead of going in. All right. So anyway,
real quick with the Supergirl, I'll make this really, really quick. As a person who actually watches Supergirl, I actually think I'm not sure if they're just giving us hope, because they said the same thing with Constantine when they canceled it from NBC. And when they canceled it from NBC, the thought was that it was going to move to CW to be a part, because they tried to connect the universes. They even had the gentleman who played Constantine on the show do an appearance on Arrow, and we thought we were going to get the show back on CW, and that never panned out. Now, it is a good thing that they actually have done a full crossover with the Flash and Supergirl, which was an awesome crossover. So I hope this actually bodes well for them actually getting it over to CW, because I think it would actually do well on CW. They can do more crossovers. It's a network that actually is looking to give these type of shows time. CBS is like your Big Bang Theory, or we're cutting you. Is basically how they work. So,
or was it NCIS?
Yeah, or your NCIS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 different shows. Or we're cutting you.
I want to see NCIS West Side, San Antonio. That's what I want to see.
That's another nugget from the goods.
So in monster news,
all right,
Godzilla 2 has been delayed. Now the original date was supposed to be sometime in 2018, but it was going to be going up against Han Solo, Toy Story 4, Jurassic World 2.
Is he on the diet since the Japanese kept saying he was too fat? Maybe he needs some time off to get on the treadmill.
So it will actually be moving to March 22nd, 2019.
It's like forever.
Now here's the.
You might as well have said forever.
Here's a movie they really don't care about.
Exactly. well, there's a reason for it. Now, somewhat. Anyway, here's the funny thing is that it's going up against a movie called Amusement Park.
What?
Starring Matthew Broderick. So Broderick is going to go against Godzilla again. Like I said, a lot of it stems from the competition that it was going to be facing, and was it Legendary Pictures that really doesn't want to have to go through all that stuff. So they're trying to get away from some of those. Now, another one is Kong. Kong is getting rebooted. It's getting reintroduced, and it's called Kong Skull Island, and that'll be released March 2017 of next year. So it'll pretty much take the audience more or less that Batman vs Superman did this year. Mm-hmm. So Kong will pretty much take that. Now, there will be, once these two films are out, then there's going to be a crossover, and it is King Kong versus Godzilla.
So are they gonna beef up King Kong or shrink down Godzilla?
I think they're going to beef up King Kong. That would make the most sense.
So,
because he's 80 meters. Godzilla's 80 meters.
Right. So, I mean, but Godzilla's bigger than an island. So how can you fit this now Godzilla-sized King Kong on Skull Island?
Well, we're gonna find out. So
basically, it'll just be a foot. That'll be the movie. It's just a foot.
I just want something original. Been a while.
But you have to think about it. You look at, now it was fun to watch back when we were young, but the concept of Godzilla versus King Kong back in 1962
was awesome.
And the whole,
as crappy as that movie was.
Right. And that's exactly with the effects. You can see freaking strings, and you can see the actor's face and all that in the Kong suit.
It was so bad.
It was bad. I'd rather see Blackzilla, Chappelle versus Godzilla. I'd rather see that.
Another nugget from the goods.
So Art, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, do you think that it's actually a good thing to remake this type of bad movie with enhanced effects, a better cast?
I say no.
No, really?
I say no.
Introducing to a new crowd.
No, I say no. So here's the thing. You have, this is such a great movie. Let me get this, Godzilla. King Kong, which wasn't very, then they did Mighty Joe Young and, trying to spin it. And just trying to create all this, let's just throw zombies in there next. They're going to have Godzilla versus zombies. King Kong versus zombies.
Next from the goods.
Then we're going to get some snipers that are going to be shooting everybody. Let's just combine, and totally G.I. Joe.
Will it be, put G.I. Joe in it. But will Tom Berenger be the sniper?
Army G.I. Joe's going to be fighting Godzilla. Oh, yes. Come on.
Will Barkley fight Godzilla again?
But he's too old.
All right.
He's probably bigger than Godzilla.
He probably is bigger than Godzilla. Well, either way, I'm looking forward to it. I watched those when I was a kid.
I'll still watch it.
I want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see it. And so we get giant monsters, right? Giant lizards, monkeys. So from two big giants to Mr. Andre the Giant, right? Mr. Andre Roussimoff. Famous wrestler, pretty much helped make WWE what it is.
Right.
Flat out, one of the, I would put him on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Yeah.
Definitely. He wrestled all over the world, and he was just a really big name, no pun intended. Well, his daughter, Robin Christensen Roussimoff, actually is a consultant for the Andre the Giant bio.
Okay.
So, what do you think about seeing Andre's life? What do you think about that on screen?
My only problem with this is that who are they going to get to be the same stature of Andre the Giant who can actually act? And wait, before everybody says it, I know Andre the Giant was in movies and he was a horrible actor, but it's the movie about his life. He can't be a horrible actor in his own life. So right. We still need somebody who can act. And I know we can CGI somebody up. We can do the Hobbit type perspective thing, shooting them against different things, have people stand on apple boxes and all that other stuff. I get that, but still, he was a massive guy. He was a massive guy. And that's a hard shoes, lip pun intended, hard shoes to fill. Big shoes.
Hard shoes, I don't know.
I mean, big shoes to fill is what I meant to say. Big shoes to fill. All right, so
Art, what do you think about it?
It really doesn't matter. I mean, obviously you'd want to find somebody who could ideally fit, match the mold, but if you can't, it's really portraying the things of what happened to him. It's a biopic. It's just, you want to know more. What I mean, obviously he must have struggled through things, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
So those are the things I'm concerned. I don't care if they can't match the thing, because what I want to know is the history of what happened. I'd be interested.
Give me an example. Who you think might as a choice to play him?
What's the guy from Game of Thrones? The real short guy.
Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage. Well, he can play.
I would go see that. I gotta go see that.
Peter Dinklage could actually play the role of Andre's penis. He's probably the right size. So, Andre the Giant suffered from what was called giantism, and it was a health scare for him, but he lived through it. Now, the director's vision on this is actually looking at it from an elephant man type of a standpoint because of his freakish height and his freakish nature. So
how people saw him
exactly.
type deal.
Also, the experience that he went through filming The Princess Bride, which was one of his best movies, actually. I mean, I know he did. That's probably his only movie.
That's
yeah, but you know what I'm saying. So they're linking Rob Reiner to possibly direct it since he directed Andre the Giant and The Princess Bride. They're possibly thinking about doing that. As far as casting is concerned, there've been comments about The Big Show. From Paul White, The Big Show from WWE.
Physically, yes.
Physically, yes. But if you've seen Knucklehead acting chops cannot. I mean, Andre the Giant. I don't know. So as far as the presence, maybe. But if you're pulling a James Earl Jones, David Prowse voiceover thing, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be interesting on who they cast. Now, a candidate that they mentioned that I don't agree with whatsoever, and neither does Terrence because we talked about it during prep, was The Rock.
That was horrible.
No.
That's horrible.
No.
I don't. Now, The Rock is capable of carrying franchises, of rebuilding franchises.
That's true.
But he cannot play Andre the Giant.
So Andre the Giant Samoa now.
Exactly. No, I don't think so. So it'll be interesting on who they actually.
I can't wait till they start announcing casting for it, so I can rip it apart as a fanboy. The worst casting ever.
So biopics.
All right.
Pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. And with that, it's time for our top 5. So today's top 5 is biopics. Top 5 biopics. Not necessarily about just a one person, but just true stories, bios, stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. There's a Richard Pryor biopic coming out that we'll be talking about on another show with the Andre the Giant. It just got me thinking about it. I threw a vote out there. It was 50-50. We did a coin toss basically, and we picked biopics. So, Art, since you are the guy on the couch, you go first.
Well, first I want to start off with this couch is way too low.
Well, you can't be taller than us.
Well, at least let me be a little bit higher.
No. That's just the hierarchy of the show.
You are beneath us.
That's not the first time you told me.
Exactly.
Whoa, wait.
All right.
What are we talking
So
about?
number 5 for me would be Dragging the Bruce Lee story.
Very nice.
That's a good one.
For me, which one of us growing up early 80s, mid 80s, did we not want to be Bruce Lee?
Oh, absolutely. I still do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we all do. All right.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see this internet.
It was a toss-up between 5 and 4.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4 was Holly. And
Nice.
the reason why is because of all the work that Will Smith put into it.
Yes,
He really,
absolutely.
It opened my eye. He really broke the mold of what he was normally doing. And he tried to stretch himself, and he did such a great job. Physically, he put himself over.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree.
Number 3 was Schindler's List.
Okay.
Just because of the how much it moved me watching it. I remember I didn't even realize they went through so much. I
Right.
read about it, and seeing it visually made an impact about it.
And it got Steven Spielberg his first Oscar. Very nice.
Number 2, was 1980s Elephant Man.
Very nice.
There you go.
That movie as a child watching it, I called up. Maybe I'm a big crybaby. I don't know.
John Hurt was excellent as John Merrick. It was amazing.
It was.
I watched that movie and I was like, why doesn't he look like elephant?
Okay.
I was a kid, damn it.
Good. Number 1.
Number 1, Braveheart.
Very nice. There you
Who
go.
doesn't quote Braveheart in just like
Who doesn't?
random situations? You just start making up these random. Plus, my favorite scene is when he just walks up and instead of giving a big old speech, when he's just after he found out his newly wed, bride got just like that was so awesome.
Oh yeah. Mel Gibson was amazing. Top
that's
form
great.
before he was alienated from Hollywood. Terrence, your turn.
Oh, poor Mel Gibson. Sorry. All right. My top 5. So look, there's a lot of great biopics, so we're gonna duplicate some of the ones that are on each other's list. And the first one we're gonna duplicate is my number 5 is gonna be Ali as well. Like you said, all the things that Will Smith had put himself through to attain, the stature of Bruce Lee, his mannerisms.
Ali? Bruce Ali?
I'm sorry, did I say Bruce Lee? Ali. Bruce Ali. Dragging the Bruce Lee story was still in my head for some strange reason. But Ali, where he was even, when they were rehearsing scenes, like fight scenes, he was in the ring while Muhammad Ali was out there. He was talking crap to him. He was talking, I'm prettier than you, I'm faster than you, I'm better than you. So it was one of those things. And we got to see a darker side to Bruce Lee. Some of the...
Bruce Lee again.
Dude, to Muhammad Ali. I am so screwing this up. To Muhammad Ali, as far as with the womanizing and things of that stuff, and it was a different light that you got, because we always saw him as this great iconic figure. You never saw some of the gray side.
You also got a little bit more in detail as far as his political.
Yeah, his political views. We knew it coming through when he changed his name and not want to go and enlist when he got drafted and things of that sort. But they went into more detail. They went into more detail with the Frazier fight.
Showing him as a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
right.
A man, not a man.
Exactly.
The thing that I didn't, the thing with that was just that I thought Michael Mann's buildup of the fight, and then it just kind of like it just I don't think that he really captured
because they should have got somebody to come in to direct the fight.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
All right, so my number 4, Straight Outta Compton.
Excellent.
Straight Outta Compton. And
it was on our last list, but it was on our last list.
But damn it, it's a biopic, and it's an awesome biopic.
It's amazing.
It's an awesome
favorite
biopic.
movie of 2015.
I'm not gonna beat it to death because we already beat it to death in the last one, but it was a great biopic, and if you're an NWA fan, you'll love this one. Number 3. All right. Number 3, The Social Network.
What?
Okay. You didn't like The Social Network?
No.
Eisenberg was really good.
He was really good. Even JT, Justin Timberlake. JT was even good in it.
And Spider-Man. And Lex.
Everybody was in this movie. But it was a great movie. It was probably they made him seem much cooler than who he really is. So, but Social Network is a great movie. So moving on. Number 2, Malcolm X.
Very good.
Malcolm X. I like it. So I mean, it's a lengthy movie because he had such an amazing life. His transition, his arc in his life from being basically a criminal at the beginning of his life, becoming a political figure towards the end, and standing up for equality, and and it's one of those things where when you watch it as a kid, it defines your whole life, and how you picture him, but how you think about things and how the world is around you. So that's why I feel it's a great
very nice.
All right.
Great pick.
And number 1, because I love this movie so much, Goodfellas. Technically a biopic.
I think too much alike, Terrence.
I swear
Dang you!
And we went to the very edge of what was considered a biopic, and it's technically a biopic.
Very nice. All right, my number 5. You know what? I had several, but they were on previous lists. I'm trying my best not to duplicate, but I'm gonna go Ed Wood.
Okay.
Johnny Depp as Ed Wood, and with Tim Burton's direction, was awesome. And on top of that, Martin Landau. I mean, I didn't like it that he won the Oscar because I thought Gary Sinise should have won it that year for playing Lieutenant Dan. But Martin Landau was awesome as Bela Lugosi. Right. And Tim Burton's direction with a great ensemble. Your favorite, Bill Murray. Just amazing. I love it.
So should we blame that movie for Johnny Depp doing all these weird roles since then?
No, not really, because he did Edward Scissorhands before Ed Wood. So number 4, Malcolm X also.
Nice.
I have Malcolm X also. Denzel Washington was just perfect in the role.
He gave that militant,
absolutely. And
remember his walk.
yeah,
that was awesome.
And not a knock, but Spike Lee too. Spike Lee too did pretty good. And the guy
defining movie for Spike Lee outside of Do the Right Thing.
The honorable, the gentleman that played the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he was excellent also.
Yeah.
I mean, you really had you believe that was him. Number 3, this is gonna shock you, but Raging Bull.
Really?
Okay.
No,
Freaking De Niro playing Jake LaMotta and Pesci next to him, man, amazing. Scorsese captured it beautifully, and because he was so method, I think they filmed it in reverse or something because of the weight that he had to put on, because he actually put on the weight. So I think they filmed some scenes first.
Very raw film.
Right. Yeah, amazing movie.
I thought you were gonna say Rocky for a minute when you were like, Rocky? Rocky's not choosing.
Number 2, Raging Bull, Rocky. Raging Rocky. All right, stay away from Grudge Match. That movie was horrible. All right, number 2 was Goodfellas also. Henry Hill, telling the story of Henry Hill and the Lufthansa heist, and you got
Technically about it.
there was a lot of truth in there, a lot of elements.
Stretching it a little bit.
Pesci was in top form, got his Oscar for it. So many quotable lines in that.
Yeah.
It's amazing bio/gangster pick.
I think Pesci's whole career was based on
yeah, absolutely. And the number 1, which is it's kind of like us, doing the same movie thing, music thing, was Ray.
Okay, that's a good one.
Ray is absolutely my favorite bio of all time for me. It's Jamie Foxx was just, and I explained it before, I won't get into it, but he was just perfect in the role. It was just perfect. My honorable mention.
All right, can't wait. Wait. Do your honorable mention. We always let the guy on the couch go first.
Ooh, there's so many.
You just give me 2.
We're coming back to you.
All right, my honorable mentions was Wolf of Wall Street.
Ooh, that's a good one. Why is that not on my list? My list sucks.
Man on the Moon.
That's another good one.
Carrie was just perfect as Andy Kaufman. Schindler's List.
All right.
And Mask. Rocky Dennis.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cartoon.
No. Hologram on.
Hologram. Now the couch.
Rocky Dennis. That was awesome.
Come back to me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, we did a little bit of prep, which we never do, but we made some good honorable mentions. Damn it, Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln.
I'm black.
He wouldn't be here.
I was supposed to say Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's supposed to be the first thing on the top of my mind. And damn it, Jesus.
And the Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
It should have been on everybody's list.
It should have been on everybody's number 1. You know what? Passion of the Christ is automatically number 1 and Ray's like 1B. Like 1A. No, just kidding. He's a higher power. He's number 1 in everything, so it doesn't matter. But anyway.
300.
300?
Technically,
it's a bio.
Technically, man, we stretch the limits. Stretching the limits, but go ahead.
This is Sparta.
Very nice.
I mean, there was technically 300 soldiers that went up against Persia.
8,000, so they had 300.
Is that your only honorable mention?
That whole Passion of the Christ, because shout out Lord and Savior.
He's all, yeah, you better say something.
The 10 Commandments of Moses. Yeah.
Better say something. I got my risen bracelet, so it's good.
So, no, I mean, y'all made some pretty good ones. So you can start naming off a whole, but really.
Yeah.
This was not a bio.
But.
And this is for you, Chris, because you gave me such a hard time about it. It's softly semi-autobiographical for Janis Joplin, and that's The Rose.
Okay, The Rose.
So, The Rose. For you, Chris, all right? Now shut up. Leave me alone. All right. Terrence!
Take us home.
Take us home.
All right. So, like we say in all these videos, make sure that you guys like. So let us know if this is obviously if this is something that you like, and if we should keep doing stuff like this or these topics. We do it on Twitter so you guys can help pick what we actually talk about in these top 5s. But also to make sure you comment, because I get ripped apart about my top 5s, so I always want to see what you guys' top 5s are. And as you can see, when we did all these honorable mentions, there's tons more films out there that could be in the top 5. So make sure you list them down below so we can have a discussion about what you guys think should be the top 5 biopics. And make sure you subscribe, because we do a ton of different films, videos. So that way you want to be notified when we do post something or when we do upload something new. Hey, can't get words out today. This is not my best show. but definitely we want you to be part of our community, so that make sure you subscribe. Tell people about us.
We would like to thank Art Cherries for being with us tonight. For Aspen in the back, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And that was the goods.
All right, that's good. I think we actually knocked out.
Hi guys, I'm sitting here with Art Cherries. Art is actually going to be entering or
competing
in the for the Iron Man Foundation. Is that correct?
Well, I'll be entering into an Ironman race.
Racer.
Yeah, it's 140 miles, 140.6 miles that you have to traverse, basically. 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, followed by a 26.2 mile run, a full marathon.
Nice.
So am I going to be on the elite level where I place? I really doubt that. I just want to be able to see if I can do it, mentally push myself.
So what made you want to get involved in something like this?
So I'm raising funds for the Ironman Foundation because 6 years ago my mom was diagnosed with cancer, but they didn't have any health insurance. We didn't know how we were going to pay for it. We were thinking of, I'm a Mexican, right? So my parents are like, yeah, we immediately started thinking, okay, let's do a fundraiser by selling barbecue plates. So she was diagnosed October 30th. 3 weeks later, she receives a grant out of nowhere. She received a grant, paid for all the medical expenses.
Nice, beautiful.
Paid everything. So she didn't have to worry anything. My dad was so stressed out, all the blood vessels in his eyes popped. We couldn't sleep. We were all trying to figure out what we were going to do. And then December 5th, she had her surgery. So it was pretty aggressive, what they were trying to take care of. She ended up not having cancer. But because of that, all my parents' bills were paid. So my mom asked me if she knows I like entering into things and just to see if I can do something and accomplish something. So she asked if I'm going to be racing and doing anything, let it go for a good cause instead of giving somebody a whole bunch of money for nothing. Let me raise some. So I'm trying to raise $3,500. It is a pretty high goal, but if somebody can benefit from it as well, and I can bring awareness to various different local nonprofits, what the Ironman Foundation does is it gives to local nonprofits in that area. So the race is going to be in Tempe, Arizona, so it'll go to nonprofits in the area.
And when exactly is this going to take place?
Okay, so the race is November 20th of this year, a little over 6 months. Yeah, 6 months and 8 days away. So there's a build-up, training involved, as well as trying to get fundraising and awareness out there.
Awesome. Now, all you guys, it's really, really appreciated by all of us here at The Goods. If you pay some attention to this, it's a really great cause. Where can they? What website can they go to make a donation?
CrowdRise. It's CrowdRise. Rise. CrowdRise.com. You can search my name, Arthur Rochaitis, and you can just click on donate on one of my race. There'll be a link.
Awesome. Well, before we go, so what exactly is it that you did to prepare for this?
So I
hope you stopped drinking.
Yes. Oh, so these guys asked me to go hang out, Tuesday night, Monday night actually, doing nothing. You know what? I could have, but I'm trying to stay in bed, trying to wake up early. Sometimes I wake up at 3:30, go swim, go to work at 6 in the morning, get out, go train afterwards. There's a lot of training involved. That's 140 miles that I'm putting myself through. Recently just did 100 miles on my bike. Felt great, felt strong. Awesome. So it's just a lot of training and self-control.
Well, that's amazing, Art. Either way, it's a great cause, and we're all proud of you, and we wish you the best of luck. So, that being said, for Terrence, I'm Manny. See you next time.